All right, let's talk about same-day file creation, also known as Experian Boost files. These are CPN files that come with a credit score within 24 to 48 hours, and we are now opening slots back up for this service. This is big news because these files allow you to get approved for credit almost immediately after the process is complete. Now, before we get into how you can get started, I want to break down the old method so you understand exactly what's happening behind the scenes. It's always best to know what you're getting into, especially if you're waiting on something or waiting on me to complete a step. When you understand the process, you're not left in the dark wondering what's going on. So let me walk you through how same-day files were traditionally created. First, you start with the prep work. You need to write down the name and date of birth you're going to use for the file. Then you go to Zillow and find an address. The best addresses are houses for sale over $200,000 because they make the profile look stronger. Write that address down. Next, you need a social security number. The SSN should start with one of these prefixes: 79189 76687 67285 or 54570. After that, create a dedicated email for the file. If you need multiple emails, you can grab bulk Gmail accounts from useviral.com. Now, download the DuckDuckGo browser for privacy and turn on your VPN to keep your IP address fresh. You also need a bank account that shows at least 3 months of paid bills. This adds credibility to the file and makes it look like a real person with financial history. Once your prep work is done, you move into the application steps. Step 1 is applying to Citibank. Use the first name from your CPN file and the last name from your bank log. Remember that bank log last name because it's critical for this step to work properly. Step 2 is applying for the Capital One Base Pro card. Use the full first and last name from your CPN file. Step 3 is applying at clarityservices.com. Again, use the full first and last name from your CPN file. Step 4 is where you open the Experian account. Go to annualcreditreport.com, click on Get Your Report, and enter the CPN's information, including the name, date of birth, social security number, and address. Now, here's an important trick for the zip code. Go to tools.usps.com/zip-code-lookup. Find the full 9-digit zip code for your address. For example, if it's 442155211, you need those last 4 digits, which would be 5211. Enter those last 4 digits into the zip code box on the annual credit report site. Skip the second address line and click Next. When it asks which credit bureau you want to view, choose Experian. You'll be asked for an email and a phone number. Use the email you created earlier. For the phone number, go to textverified.com and get a free temporary US number. Enter that number to receive the verification text. Once you get to the security questions, use those last 4 digits of the zip code to answer them. This is how you pass the verification. After that, you're in. You now have access to the file, and you can start building from there. Now, that was the old way of doing things. It worked, but it required a lot of manual steps and patience. The good news is we've refined the process. The Experian Boost files we're offering now come with a credit score already attached within 24 to 48 hours. This means you skip a lot of the waiting and get straight to the part where you can actually use the file. And speaking of using the file, we also have a brand new 2026 iPhone method that allows you to liquidate these files. This means once your file is ready, you can turn it into real cash by using it to acquire devices and flip them for profit. So to recap, same-day files and Experian Boost files are the same thing. People just call them by different names. These files give you a usable credit score within 24 to 48 hours, and we are now accepting new clients for this service. If you're interested in getting started with an Experian Boost file or a same-day CPN file, contact me directly through Discord. The link is in the bio. We'll get you set up and walk you through the entire process so you know exactly what's happening every step of the way. Also, make sure you're following the Discord for updates on the new 2026 iPhone method and other ways to maximize your files once they're ready. The link to Discord is in the bio. Reach out and let's get started.